Hey, welcome back to Score on Business. Remember, scorenashville.org. Our next guest is Tim Tyler, the founder and president of Accordant Technology. Thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So, Tim, the Accordant assists their customers in providing the best user experience possible for their employees relative to technology.
That's correct.
Which is a big deal. Tell us about technology changes and how they can benefit companies.
Sure. Well, I think we all know technology is changing constantly.
Yes.
Right. So, one of the biggest changes as of late, I think, really is how customers go about buying and using technology. No longer is it a requirement to pay a lot of dollars for expensive hardware to use technology. And I mean, let's face it, technology is a tool to meet business needs. And it's not really about what the technology is necessarily, but what it does.
Well, my business is all in the cloud, and so you either have hardware on site or you use cloud-based services.
Sure.
And I'm like, I'm not in the technology business. I don't need to mess with servers. I want to have somebody do that.
Absolutely. Well, in a prime example, one of our customers local here in Nashville with several thousand users was facing a situation where it was time to buy new hardware that they'd had for several years.
Right.
That can be costly.
Yeah.
And so by leveraging cloud technologies and some of the other things that we do, we were able to eliminate all of their hardware costs, leverage the cloud, and give them almost better performance and ease of use of their applications and technology, and save them thousands and thousands of dollars a year.
Now, another thing you all do that makes a big difference both for productivity and morale is I don't know how to say this, you make their technology work smoothly, seamlessly.
Sure. Our goal with that user experience is always up, always available. So by leveraging these types of technologies, our goal is to help the user experience be better. So it's fun and it's exciting and it's creating lots of new opportunities with technology right now.
Yeah, and then part of that is part of what you do is help it on whichever device they want to use.
Yeah, any application, any device, anywhere is kind of our model. Yeah.
And you're not a security company, but that's part of you.
Certainly, security is a concern in any kind of cloud-based technology, but the best of breed products and solutions that we use absolutely address security and make sure that users' data is protected yet always available.
Yes. Okay. Good. What would you suggest to companies that are growing out of their garage and begin needing computer services?
Well, growth is fun and exciting, and a lot of times these companies don't know or have people who know technology. So the first thing for a young company growing that feels they can leverage technology to advance the business is to find a qualified IT partner. There are companies out there that know this technology and know business and can help them leverage that technology to meet that need, especially with cloud. Businesses that are growing, not always a budget for technology, especially hardware and software. So if you can leverage cloud technologies and have a good partner that can help you navigate through that, that's a good first step for growing business.
You know, with a lot of businesses starting kind of the telecom piece, which is going to be the internet and email and voice and all of that, it's complicated.
It is.
And having the right partner.
Well, and it allows those businesses to focus on what they do, their core business, and not be distracted by the technology.
Yeah, and while we're there, let me get you to mention your website.
Our website is www.accordanttechnology.com.
And you all are in a good position. You work with a lot of bigger companies, but you're also in a great position to assist folks that are getting started.
Certainly. Absolutely.
Okay. Good. So, moving over from what you all do to being an entrepreneur, like most entrepreneurs, you did the corporate thing for a while, and you are now an entrepreneur, and you're growing quickly. We know each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what lessons have you learned as you move from the corporate world to being an entrepreneur that you would share with others?
Sure. Well, I'm always learning. I learn something new every day. But I think one of the most important lessons that I continue to keep learning is is the value of the team and the people that you have on board with your business. The ability to attract and then maintain or retain, I guess, top talent is key to the business. It's key to find people who share in the core values of the business and who will deliver the message that the company has consistently. One of our goals at Accordant is that no matter who you ask in our business and our organization what we stand for, no matter who you get in the company, you'll get the same answer. So not only speak it, but want to live that with every customer touch that we have.
And one thing that I really like about you all is you're so customer focused.
Absolutely.
Satisfaction matters to you all.
Absolutely.
And that's a big thing. And, you know, one thing that has come up over and over as I have interviewed successful entrepreneurs is the importance of having the right team.
Absolutely.
And the importance of hire slowly and fire quickly.
That's right.
Because one
person rowing in the wrong direction has an effect that sometimes is really hard to overcome. So yeah, absolutely agree with you.
Yes. We talked about focus on the last one. Tell us about focus.
Focus to me is the number one key. You have to be focused, and not only with that focus, you have to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Having a focus is one thing. Being disciplined to stay with that focus is another thing that I think is very important. We've talked earlier too about shiny things and how very easy it is to get distracted by shiny things that take you away from your core focus, and what you end up with is a lot of things that you're not really good at or you're okay at, as opposed to, I'm a firm believer in the hedgehog concept, from good to great, and find that one thing or set of things that you're better at than anybody else, and just commit and be disciplined to provide that and do it well.
Well, we don't want to name names here.
Sure.
We were talking about a company that has a reputation that is starting to slide, and it's that issue of trying to do too many things instead of doing one thing well.
And I think we all struggle with that, you know, and there's been lots of discussions about the right people from advisors or investors or things that you do. It's important to have people on board and share or have mind share in what that focus is. Accountability to each other, accountability to the customer and to the community, all of those things are important, and focus helps keep that on track.
The focus is a big issue for me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of us. Especially technologists.
Yeah. Well, there's always something new and interesting. And so how do you lead Accordant to ensure that realistic commitments, I think, but as kind of a preview to this question, it's no secret that technology companies sometimes make commitments that don't happen the way they should. So how do you lead Accordant to ensure realistic commitments are made to customers and that you deliver as promised?
Sure. It starts with really understanding what the customer needs and wants. A lot of times, especially salespeople, try to take a customer down a path of what they want them to do and or buy or whatever. Our approach really is understanding what the client needs and providing what's best for them. That question also does come back to focus for me, in that understanding what the core competency is and what your company does well and better than anyone else, and staying focused in that the commitments you make are in line with that philosophy and that methodology, and don't overcommit. If you can't do something well, be honest and not do it, so you don't end up with unhappy customers and people within the organization. Or if you can't meet things in a timeline requested, be honest, talk about it, reset real expectations, and don't overcommit. Our philosophy is follow up and follow through, so we want to meet the commitments we make, but be realistic.
And I think I've seen you do this, and also think it's smart. The boss needs to understand what the sales professionals have committed to the customer.
Absolutely. And we're a team. We have business development.
Okay. Hey, we're out of time.
I understand. Thank you.
ScoreNashville.org. We will see you all next week.